at 16475 Sherwood Lane. So we're going with Oberfield's pavers. We're relaying this walkway here. We're gonna get rid of these pavers. You're just gonna rake around the base that's there, throw down some screed. You might have to like remove some of it to get it to line up here. Obviously you know that by now. So I don't know why I mentioned it, but yeah, anyway. And we're gonna do chocolate pavers on the side. And we're gonna do, actually they're called burgundy, and I'm gonna do Jamestown because they're super thin. And then that way you can, sometimes they do them in like a double sailor. So maybe we'll do something like that. I'll write it in the notes, whatever. I'll talk to Rich about it. And then, anyways, the specialty paver will be for the walkway. And then we're tearing out this porch and we're building a porch. And we're just gonna get rid of all this brick. And the porch I got is 4x8. If it has to be like 4x9 because this is in the way of centering it. Because I measured over here to make sure this was under it, and it was about to right there. And honestly, let's see, 1, 2, yeah, I mean, it might be weird cutting brick right around there at the edge of the wall, but just whatever, you know. If you got to go a little bit farther, okay, but make sure you go that way too so it's centered. And figure out what they got going on here and try to not disturb it or just redo it. And the porch is going to be 4x8 square. I measured the distance from the mulch there to the threshold, and it equaled about 17 inches. But you're basically going to have to figure out how high. Okay, so they're needing 6-inch steps. Let's put it that way. They can't be any more than 6 inches. So you'll have to finish the porch at 6 inches below the threshold, maximum. It could even be less than that. It depends on when you get to the front of this porch, you know, what it equals. So you'll have to take the total number of inches. You know, you can use a zip level from the top of the pavers, because you're going up further too, by the way, because you're only coming out 4. So you're going to go up further with the pavers, and this is a pretty steep slope. So by the time you get to the front where the step's going to go, because you're going to build a step and then a porch, you're going to have to figure out where the pavers are compared to the threshold. Now, if it's 18 inches, you got a total of 3 steps. You're going to have a step of 6 inches that goes from the pavers to the step, 6 inches, from the step to the porch, 6 inches, and from the porch to the threshold, 6 inches. If it's any more than 18 inches, unfortunately, you have to build 2 steps down here. And but if it's any less than 6 inches, well, that's good too. So let's say it's, you know, 16 inches. Well, you just go 16 divided by 3. That's like 5 1/3 inches. So you'll have to build your step 5 1/3 inches. That goes up to your porch 5 1/3 inches. And that's how you'll know where to build the height of the porch first. So that way you can build the height of the porch. And that just makes them equal. Like, you could easily just build it 6 inches below the threshold if you wanted, and then just split the difference down here. Yeah, that's probably the easier thing to do. So just build it 6 inches below that, the threshold, 4x8, and then take your pavers up to the porch, and then see where the pavers wind up, and measure the distance from the paver to the top of the porch, and then say it's like 10 inches. Then you would do a 5-inch step. Or, you know, it's 12 inches. You do a 6-inch step, or 11 inches, 5.5-inch steps. You just split the difference to get up there. And it's all going to be Oberfield's, chocolate caps, red blocks, 4x8 blocks inside. So, you know, there'll be in there 4x8 blocks with the chocolate caps as the trim. And then out here, like I said, we'll just do the burgundy Jamestown block just to give it a little something. So I'll have everything delivered. And oh, and then restore the landscaping. you know, you can remove this out of the way and remove that out of the way and push this back and push that back. And they said they don't even care about these bushes, so tell them, oh, I had to remove those bushes. You don't have to plant new ones, but you'll just bring the mulch over. Maybe bring a couple bags of red mulch over here. You'll need some. Over there, you'll need some. And they mentioned something about trimming the bushes, but I said, no, you won't have to do that because your porch will be much smaller. And if we just take these bushes out, then it won't even matter. So I would just take these 2 bushes out and then restore the landscaping. So, okay.